What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, Cyrus refuses to back down. Like, this man will manipulate anybody to get what he wants. Like, he's mad because Jordan's not willing to help him. From a legal standpoint, there's nothing Jordan can do. His mother was taken from another jurisdiction. Jordan can't help him. Um, So Cyrus is just mad at the damn world right now. He's mad at Jordan because she's not willing to do anything to help him. So of course he goes into threatening her, basically warning her that if anything happens to his mother, he'll start coming after her loved ones, i.e. Curtis, TJ. He'll come after her family basically. So not only is he pissed off at Jordan, he's now pissed off at Brando because he feels like Brando is not producing results. Brando's not, getting answers as to his mother's whereabouts for him. So he feels like everybody around him that he can control or he used to control, he feels is now proven useless at this point. I'm like, well, if everybody's proven useless, that's because you don't have that control anymore that you thought you had. Yeah, you used to have leverage. You no longer have that leverage. So how the hell is Brando supposed to find out where your mother is? He's not a private investigator. How is he supposed to find that out? Nobody can find that out. Um, Hell, the mayor can't even find that out. Nobody can. Nobody can. So what are you gonna do? You might as well be mad at everybody in that town. Mad at yourself because nobody can do it. So of course, none of his tactics work. So he tries to move on to Portia and um he tries to move on to Portia and Trina, and he's trying to manipulate them by basically telling them, oh, he went to Jordan to try to get Taggart released, and Jordan won't release him. Everything he does is a tactic, and that's exactly what he was trying to do with the two of them. Try to play on them, so that way, in the hopes that they'll go to Jordan and get her to release Taggart, or at the very least, take Cyrus's offer. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And his desperation, his thirst is starting to show because obviously, Cyrus, the thirst is real. You're looking a little thirsty, looking a little dehydrated. You know, would you like a sip, Cyrus? I mean, you look a little thirsty. I'm just saying. I don't know. You looking mighty thirsty there, bro. Might want to get a little H2O in your system, Might want to get a little something. Um. So anyway, Trina, I can understand why she's still angry with her dad. I get it. She has every right to be. I mean, she grieved that man like hard. She hated people because of what happened to her dad. And to find out it was all a lie and he was there the whole time, he was alive this whole time, running around town half that time. I can understand why she's upset, but another part of her misses her dad, but it's like that anger takes over her. She's just allowing the hurt and the anger to just take control. So I totally understand where she's coming from. And she's of course upset that her dad would do something shady, by manufacturing evidence. I get it, but you know what? He was wrong for what he did, but I understand why Taggart did what he did. It's for the greater good. It doesn't make it right, but I can understand his motivations for what he did. Um, and of course, Portia is basically trying to encourage her to go see him. Go see your dad, alleged dad, and go talk to him and, figure this out. Try to come to some type of come to Jesus moment, basically. Fix that relationship, which I think she should. Um. So anyway, I am so freaking happy that Alexis, has this support system, and I'm glad Curtis was there for her and he attended a meeting with her. Where's Finn? Because Finn is supposed to be her sponsor, but I guess Curtis then took over that role temporarily, I guess. But it was good that he was there for her. She needs that. She needs a kick in the ass right now. And I'm glad he told her, go get in this meeting. And I'm glad she did, and while he was in the meeting, he talked about his problems. And Alexis talked about, why she drinks and her weakness, and which feeds her alcoholism. And she just wants help to stop drinking. Um, I'm glad she had that support, from Curtis, and not only Curtis, but she had that support from Monica too, because Monica offered her help as well. What her stop drinking and all that. So I'm glad she has that support team, because everybody needs that. You can't do it alone. It's like they say, it's 12 steps. You got to take one step at a time, one day at a time, and that's what she needs to do. And I'm glad that she's finally is accepting the help. You know what I mean? Because saying that you want help is so different. Because you got to not only want the help, like you got to do the work. Because like they say, faith without work is dead. So you can have faith all you want, but if you're not putting in the work too, ain't even no point. So I'm glad Alexis is finally taking that step to getting the help that she needs. Because I think it's been a long time coming. Um, Maxie continues to irritate my soul. Maxie has turned into Elizabeth basically. Because remember, Elizabeth ran around that town to anybody who would listen. Franco has changed. He's a good man. He's this, he's that. And we have seen the changes in Franco. It ain't just Elizabeth saying it. We've seen it. Peter, listen. We've seen some changes, but we already know it's a facade. It's a fakeade. He's still the same little simple bastard he's been since he walked through the door. Um, Maxie just will not open her eyes. And I think the reason Maxie is having a hard time seeing what everybody else is seeing is because she does not know all the information everybody else knows. She don't know what Britt knows. She don't know what Jason knows. She don't know what Spinelli knows. She don't know what Dante knows. She don't know what Obrecht knows. She don't know what everybody else knows. And I can understand why everybody else has not clued her in, because it's no point. When you have a person like Maxie who thinks she's in love, and somebody in love is blind. You can't tell somebody in love a damn thing about who they with, because love is blind. And she's allowing this love to blind her from what's going on, and nobody can tell her shit. And I don't blame them for not telling her everything, because they don't have rock solid proof. All they have is circumstantial evidence against them, and that's not going to hold up against Maxie. Like, when you go to Maxie, that's not going to hold up with her. She's not going to take that, because she thinks everybody's against Peter, which they are. And she thinks that people don't want to see her happy, which is a lie, because they wouldn't be saying all this if they didn't want to see her ass happy. But she also thinks people are coming after him because he's Faison's son. Him being Faison's son has that ain't got nothing to do with a damn thing. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Fact is, they have circumstantial proof that he's a prick. He's an ass. He's a criminal. That he's behind a lot of the shenanigans that's been going on with Drew, with Andre, with Franco. The list goes on and on. He's been a part of all of this. And I can understand why they're not telling Maxie, because she's not going to believe it. She's not. She's just going to cut everybody off. Hell, Felicia and Matt could tell her right now. She would cut them off. That's how fool she is at this point. Like, she is just took all her good eyesight out and just left it at the damn table. Like, she just has the rose-colored glasses on that Peter gave her. That's pretty much all it is with her. And even Dante mentioned that to her. He was like, every time we talk, you're defending Peter to me. And she talking about, well, I just want everybody to see him for who I see him for. You can't make people like or love who you like and love. You can't make them do that. And they have their reasons for not liking his ass. She's just too blind to see it. And I'm glad Dante gave it to her with, straight up with no chaser. And of course, Peter was ear hustling. He was eavesdropping on the conversation like he always does, like a little cockroach, always in the shadows, creeping. And I agree with Dante. I feel like Maxie she's clinging to Peter because of his connection to Nathan, because that's his brother, which I think is nasty, but either who. That's why she's clinging to him. I'm like, anybody can see it. Like, you cling to this man for a reason. It ain't because of his looks. It ain't because of nothing else. But your husband, your late husband. That's really what it's about. And she's emphatically denying it. Of course she's denying it. So of course Peter comes into the room after Maxie leaves, and he basically fires Dante. And the only reason he's firing Dante at this point is because Dante's not kissing his ass. That's why. Dante's not kissing the ring. Anybody who says anything, one little slight negative remark about Peter, Peter doesn't want them around because he feels like they're poisoning Maxie against him. That's really what it is. Anybody who says any one thing against him, he feels like they're a threat. They're a problem. He needs to eliminate them. I mean, hell, he even threatened Spinelli. Like, everything about this man, if he sees you as a threat at any point, you say anything negative against him, he's coming after you. And that's why he fired Dante. Because he see Dante and he feels like Dante's trying to poison Maxie against him. That's really what it's about. But I can't wait until somebody take his ass down. And it can't come soon enough. Honestly. So anyway, I will give Laura an A for effort. She tried her best to get Carly to, you know, tell her where Florence is, to release Florence. Carly not gonna do it. Carly said, no, I'm not releasing shit. I don't trust Martin. She basically felt like, you know, Martin can't be trusted. She's not releasing Florence. And that's the end of that, you know. But, you know, Laura tried to warn Carly that Martin could be a problem for Carly if she doesn't release Florence. And Carly don't care. She was like, bring him. Shit. I'm not releasing his mom. That's her ace in the hole. So she ends up, you know, Carly ends up telling Jason about Laura's visit and stuff like that. And how, you know, they should reassure Martin or whatever. And Jason said, hell no, we ain't about to reassure Martin of a damn thing. Because at the end of the day, as bad as it was to take that old lady, Jason knows it's what they had to do. It's what needed to be done. Even he admits that. He wasn't happy about Carly doing it, but they needed leverage. She was the only leverage they had, so it needed to be done. But he pretty much told Carly, moving forward, don't make any more decisions, please. Like, he's pretty much letting her know, think before you act. You know what I mean? Like, just think about what you're about to do before you do it, please, and think about the consequences before you do it. Like, just don't go off all half-cocked thinking that you know what you're doing and you really don't. Because you just gonna, you know, Jason just wants them to be on the same damn page. Like, don't do nothing stupid. Because Jason feels like bringing Martin in and letting him know, like reassuring him, they feel like Jason just feels like that's going to mess up their leverage. And he was like, I'm not about to take no chances. No. So Carly tells him about the whole Nelle debacle and how Nina knows the truth now. And Carly sitting there trying to reassure Jason that it's over. It's nothing to worry about. Really, Carly? You really think Nina's going to forget that you knew about this and didn't say shit? And that you were there when her daughter allegedly died, and you think it's over? She really thinks that Nina's gonna let this go? Carly, you ain't that damn crazy, and you ain't delusional, so come on now. You should know Nina is not letting shit go. Like, Carly, this is the same woman who induced Ava's labor. She induced this woman and snatched the child out her cootie cat. And you think she's about to let you slide? And this is a woman that fucked her husband. You practically killed her daughter, as psychotic as her daughter was. She's going to blame you for her death. And the fact is that you knew that was her daughter for months and didn't say shit. What do you think Nina's going to do to you? Like, she been wanting revenge against Ava for years just for fucking her husband. Come on. Think about it. Fuck husband, dead daughter. Fuck husband, dead daughter. Hello, dead daughter. Carly, think, woman. Damn. See, this is what Jason be talking about. Like, moving on. Because... Carly, come on now. You ain't that damn delusional or crazy. Come on now. Think, woman. You are about to enter Hell's Gate. Nina ain't letting you slide. Are you crazy? Anyway, so moving on from that. So Laura was meeting up with Jordan or whatever. They were going over the whole Cyrus debacle. And they're trying to figure out what he's up to with that hospital. So they know he's doing something shady with that hospital. They're just trying to figure out who else is involved in the dirt. So, of course, that brings them to Brando and Britt. Because they don't know that Brando's undercover with Cyrus. They don't know that he's undercover. He's still, linked to Sonny and Jason, but he's working undercover. They don't know that. So they think that Britt and Brando are now Cyrus's new errand people, errand boy, errand girl, whatever. So they're hoping that they can get to Brando and Britt and turn one of them against Cyrus. Good luck with that, but we all know that's not going to happen because they're not going to give you an in because they're not going to work with the cops because they're already both working with Jason at this point. So they're not going to tell the cops shit. Ain't going to happen. But I do like that Jordan and Laura are putting their heads together trying to figure out a plan here, but I just wish that they would all collaborate, But I can understand why they don't because, you got Jason and Carly on one side and you got the law on the other side. So that's not going to mix. So anyway, Jackie really thought that she was going to ask Jason all these questions and Jason was going to give her some answers. Jason was like, I ain't got no comment for you because she asked him about Florence's kidnapping and she was doing a follow-up story about the floating rib and about why Julie and Jerome would want to kill him. Jason ain't going to talk to her. She should know better. Jason is not going to talk to you. So, of course, Martin and Valentine come up and basically tell her that Florence wasn't, in danger or kidnapped or whatever. She's missing. But they pretty much want her to redirect the story pretty much. They want her to scrap that story that Martin originally wanted her to do. Basically, they want, Jackie to help them find Florence. That's what they want them to do. That's what they want her to do. I don't think Jackie's going to be able to help them. I mean, if the mayor can't help you and the commissioner can't help you, what is a reporter going to do for you? Jason won't even say a word to her, so it's not going to do you no good. Not at all. It will not do them any good. So anyway, Maxie shows up to Nathan's graveyard or whatever, his grave, talking to him because she's wondering if there was some truth to what Dante was saying about her being with Peter because that's Nathan's brother. Obviously there's some truth because if there was no truth to it, you wouldn't go see Nathan and ask him these questions or, ask his grave these questions. You wouldn't be wondering all these things if it were not true. So obviously Dante must have struck a nerve with her. And I think Maxie's starting to see what everybody else is starting to see. You're marrying the jackass, so good luck with that. So anyway, that was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a good night. Peace.